It is Monday, May 17th, 2010, and I am in Madrid, Spain. I blindly walk on the metro, unprepared for the spectacle I'm about to witness. My final destination is Las Ventas, the famous bullfighting arena in Madrid. The excitement of attending my first bullfight has engulfed me since I arrived in Spain several days before. I finally arrive at the arena, grab a beer, sit down, and impatiently await the start of the first fight. As the fight begins, I am utterly disgusted by what I am watching. The pain of the bull is evidenced by his groans and the amounts of blood just streaking down his back. To make matters worse, it seems as if the crowd is egging on this torture. Luckily for me, the man sitting next to me, a Peruvian named Juan, notes my general disgust and takes it upon himself to explain to me the true value of bullfighting. Now, I know many of y'all in the audience today share my general repulsion to bullfighting, but it has value beyond that initial appearance. Not only does it boost the economy, but it is also a valued art form. So Juan, first of all, makes sure to point out to me the economic benefits of bullfighting. And he asked me to name everyone who benefits from bullfighting. So I named the obvious answers: the matadors, his team, the owner of the bulls, the owner of the arena, and the vendors at the stadium. According to BDO, an international accounting firm, that is roughly 40,000 jobs that are created solely by the bullfighting industry. But that is not the only group of people that is affected by bullfighting. Juan also added to that list the hotel industry, government, doctors, retailers, bullfighting schools, restaurants, and tourism. That is way more than 40,000 jobs affected either directly or indirectly from the bullfighting industry. But often overlooked is the value of the bull itself. PETA claims that once the bull is killed, it is dragged out of the arena as if it is thrown into the streets and just left there to rot. But guys, the process is far from over once the bull dies. Once it is killed, it is removed from the arena, typically to applause from the audience, and it is taken to a nearby market or butcher shop and sold. So, as you can see, bullfighting has a large impact on the economy, but it is also a valued art form. And Juan made sure to point this out to me. During the second fight, he asked me, "How did Picasso become a great painter?" I shrugged, and he said, "By building a connection with his audience." So as I watched a few more fights, I began to understand the importance of audience connection and its significance to bullfighting as an art. Just as every stroke made by a painter is critiqued, every move made by the matador is equally judged by the crowd. A worthy pass of the bull is followed by a chant of "Olé!" And in order to acknowledge his audience, the bullfighter, the matador, responds with some sort of artistic flair. And typically he turns his back on the bull, throws his sword in the air, and pumps up the crowd. But just as every great painting draws the observer in for a closer look, a perfectly executed bullfight makes the crowd lean in closer as it anticipates the death of the bull. Instead of grimacing as the matador downs the bull, the crowd celebrates the finality of the fight, just as a crowd erupts when the final out of a baseball game is recorded. But the artistic value of the bull does not die with its body. Many times, an aggressive or extremely brave bull is sent to the taxidermist in order to preserve its bust. And once it is preserved, the bust of the bull is named and hung in either a restaurant or a home in order to commemorate its valor. I saw many of these throughout Spain as I traveled. This tradition is similar to a fisherman mounting a worthy catch or a hunter displaying a worthy adversary. So, I understand how bullfighting can easily be mistaken for a barbaric ritual, but beyond its initial appearance, bullfighting offers a great value. Not only does it enhance the economy, but is a valued art form. As Ernest Hemingway once said, bullfighting is the only art in which the artist is in danger of death and in which the degree of brilliance in a performance is left to the fighter's honor.